Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Jay Bowles. It's Sunday, my fucking day off. Who cares what fucking day it is? It's Sunday. Um, I wanted to make a reaction video to this. I've watched this a couple times, and this explains everything how I feel about the whole situation. It explains everything you need to know. I align with everything that Jordan Belfort has to say. If you don't know who Jordan Belfort is, he's the original Wolf of Wall Street. They made the damn movie about him. That's Leonardo DiCaprio in real life, okay? So we're going to listen to this, and I'm going to react to it. I'm going to pause it every now and then, but we're going to get through this video, and we're going to take away from what he says and show what I like that he's saying, because seriously, this guy aligns with what I'm saying. So let's go ahead and start it.
From Beverly Hills is the real Wolf of Wall Street. The author and former stockbroker Jordan Belfort, of course, inspired the Hollywood movie Wolf of Wall Street. Very warm welcome to you and to the program. What do you make of all of this?
It's amazing that the average person can now actually get a fair shake since against the hedge funds, because the hedge funds have been beating up the little investor since the beginning of time, pretty much. And while this will be short-lived, and everyone's got to be really, really careful, because it's going to be like catching a falling knife when it unravels. It's shocking and really amazing and gratifying to see a little bit of the pain going on the side of the hedge fund. So that's my overall, personal opinion. As far as, what's causing it and how it started, well, that's a much more complex issue, and I can answer that if you'd like as well.
Well, let's just start with your point about it being quite gratifying. It's interesting you say that. Was there a part of you, given your own background and your own success, that kind of admires this?
Well, and believe it or not, my firm was actually like Reddit.
Listen to what he just said right there. Okay, this guy is the pump and dump king. He was buying shares very low and using his firm that he got in trouble with. He was using his firm to pump up stock prices. Okay, and he just said that his firm is literally just like this Reddit, man. I'm telling you, this guy knows what's going on. Keep listening.
It's just that it's very similar. What happened here is you have lots of people gathering up and buying one stock where there's a very heavy, what's called a short interest, meaning that there was these big hedge funds betting that the stock was going to go down and hopefully even go bankrupt. Now, shorting is a normal, healthy part of the stock market, and it's important. But there are certain types of short sellers that go over the line, and they overshort, they massively short. They will start trying to create investigations for companies, create bad press, hoping to drive down the price of the stock. That is what happened here. So these shorts ganged up on this company, and then the little guy, I can't believe that it actually worked. They were able to muster enough collective buying power to create what's called a short squeeze, because
remember when he's talking about there being too many shorts over and the market being overshorted? It was 140% puts on GameStop. So you have to remember that when you're watching this.
When you sell something without owning it, which is what shorting is, you got to buy it back. So if you can get enough people to get the stock going up, they have no choice but to buy it back, because they start to lose so much money, and then it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, because when they start to buy it back, it goes even higher and higher. That's what you're seeing happening right now.
And so I detect from that then you do admire it, just, the intelligence behind it. And I just wonder whether you think this phenomenon is something that we can expect to persist, that it might continue. I mean, we're seeing, haven't we, as a result of lockdown, this increase in people kind of getting involved in day trading, perhaps with no experience or background or really even the funds to risk things. But it's certainly on the increase, isn't it?
I wish I would have thought of it myself.
I knew it.
No, it's an amazing.
Are you kidding me? Listen to this guy. This is the king of pump and dumps. They made the fucking movie after him. He went to jail. He's fucking went to the feds. And this guy says, I wish I had thought of it. I'm telling you, it's so fucking funny. This is real life, bro.
Think that anyone on Wall Street that really knows Wall Street is like, I can't believe this was possible. It would seem to defy logic at every level, but it was really incredible. It shows the power of social media. It's a testament to also the convergence of technology, allowing even the smallest investor to get real-time access to information and the stock market, and it's leveled the field. Now, the danger is that Wall Street and hedge funds especially are experts at identifying what we call basically inefficiencies in the market. This is an inefficiency in the market right now, and they will look to close that inefficiency very quickly, long before the SEC or any other regulatory body is able to pass laws to try to stop some of this stuff. That Wall Street will close the inefficiencies, and you'll notice that these opportunities become much rarer indeed. But again, I'm on the side of the little guy here because it's just awesome to see. And I really hope, I would just say, please, if you made money in this, just take enough chips off the table so when it goes bad, at least you didn't lose everything. It's going to go bad at some point. And I hate to be the ones who are holding the bag.
It's good advice, it has to be said. But I mean, it's interesting you say that. You think that, you're amazed that this was even possible, and you think that the loophole will be tightened up, but too slowly for it to affect the guys here. But essentially, do you think that, in terms of the authorities, the financial market authorities, this is a loose crime that we're talking about?
Okay, so I hate to say it, but you're right. It's illegal what they're doing. Theoretically, you can't collude together to buy stock, right?
See, this guy knows. Why? Because he went to the feds, he got fucking locked up and thrown in jail for fucking doing exactly what these people are doing. So listen to what he has to say.
That's really, and that's, by the way, when I said it was like a bit like Stratton, my firm, that's what I was alluding to, that it's so much like what we were doing, except instead of having one firm doing it, it's all these individuals almost acting like a firm together.
So that's why you're not going to be able to get, anybody's probably not going to get in trouble, because there's not one person you can point to. With him, Wolf of Wall Street, there was one person you could point to. He owned the firm. So that's not going to happen. So this is so crazy, bro.
So I really strongly doubt that any of them will get in trouble. Well, they would get in trouble if one person was driving it on, got long the stock early, was buying lots of stock and then trying to create this frenzy. That would be something that the government would certainly go after. But on the other side, there's also some really questionable behavior on the part of these trading platforms that are shutting down trading in this. Now, I understand that they have massive risk as well. So there is that side where Robinhood, stands to lose a fortune if the stock collapses and there are losses in their clients' accounts. But the way they did it, to shut trading down like that at a moment's notice, they could have just as easily done what's called raising the margin requirement, meaning they make it very expensive to buy stock. And that could have accomplished pretty much the same thing. So why did they suspend trading like that? And I wonder, there are these relationships between Robinhood and the hedge funds who are losing money. So that needs to be investigated as well.
See, he's talking about that Citadel, which was one of the hedge funds that got bailed out with the Melvin Capital. Anyways, Robinhood owns Citadel, so what we're finding out is that Robinhood's making trading for free. It's a free trading platform, and people fucking love it. But then at the same time, they're selling your data to these hedge funds so they know which one's to short, man. It's a fucking scam, man. It's so fucked up. I hope all this shit gets fixed quick, because I love the stock market. I love making money in it. Don't make it go away, man.
And all I can tell you is this: I'd hate to be the owner of Robinhood, because I can't see how they survive this, because everybody and their grandma is going to sue Robinhood and another platform saying, you shut down trading, you artificially caused me to lose money. Whether they made money or lost money, Robinhood will be in so many lawsuits, class action suits, that I really does not bode well for their future.
I mean, it's just impossible to overstate the significance of this, just based on what you're telling me here. And I just wonder, whether, on a broader scale, if we're actually looking at, almost on the edge of a sort of stock market bubble here, that we could be in a sort of difficult position in the months to come.
You're hitting all the right points here, that's for sure. So, yes, I mean, this is 1999 all over again. And that's why I said I'm begging everybody to please be careful here. I had someone fixing a TV in my house yesterday, and the guy says, oh, my mother called me. She's 82, and she was asking me about GameStop. I'm like, there you go. And that's how it really gets bad, because, when that last group of people start getting in, typically they call it the odd lot theory, that when the average person gets in, that's the time it's going to actually crash. But again, you never know when that moment's going to come. It's going to come, of course, because things will eventually seek their fundamental value. But I would urge, again, I just keep saying it because, it's a wonderful opportunity for people to make money. Everyone's bored and locked up. So just be careful and make sure that whatever you invest in these type of hot stocks, make sure you invest only what you can afford to lose. And if you happen to make money, pull the original investment out and play with the house's money. That's my advice to everybody.
And just lastly, I'm assuming you didn't get involved in this yourself, that you aren't kicking yourself, that you had a bit of cash.
I did. I'm kicking myself that I didn't, because it was pretty obvious. And when I saw it, you really hit an important point. Like, is there a crime going on? Theoretically, you're not allowed to do this. I figure if I did it, I'd be the one they go after.
Right? If Jordan Belfort was the one behind Wall Street Bets, he'd be in fucking handcuffs. That's what he's saying right now, guys.
I'm better off staying like everyone else will do it and not get in trouble. I'll get in trouble. So I figured it's probably best for me to avoid these type of situations. But I would love, I think it's really important that the people who are doing this at least learn about the actual stock market. Because It's really great that you should be financially literate. The info's out there. Be careful and make money.
See, now that's what I also really like about him, because there's been 16 million new investors last year, new accounts, and he's saying he wants those people to make money. So that's why I like him right now, okay?
That's my advice.
And whilst you're being so honest and urging us all to make money, just finally, because I can't let you go, you're being such an interesting guest. Any tips on how we can do that as someone who is actually financially illiterate?
Yes. So there are a few things I could tell you without giving you any particular stock. Number one.
All right, he's just going to give you tips for the last 2 minutes of the video, and we already know the tips. Listen to me, get fucking Weeble, and watch your indicators, and Zip Trader Charlie, and watch everything in the market. All right, guys, I'll keep it sideways just so that we keep it the way that it was. That's the end of the video. Peace!